Welcome back to Leagues 3 Shattered Relics. It's time to get some unlocks. Last episode, we went pretty crazy with the tasks and accumulated 100 Sage's Renown. And now, I'm going to use half of it. We're unlocking Attack, we get the cool animation, Skill unlocked. We're unlocking Strength, here's the animation again. And we are unlocking hit points. With these, we have every combat skill unlocked, except for ranged. We may or may not get that, because we still do have 50 more renown here. And as we complete more tasks, we'll be able to get even more renown. But for now, that should be enough for us to start getting some stuff done. And that stuff is quests. First quest on my list is Witch's House. Would not have been a good idea to do this quest previously, because the whole point of this is to get a whole bunch of free hit points levels. And now that it's unlocked, it'll be very easy. Hopefully, there's not too many people still doing this, so we can get into the fight without much problem. This quest is very straightforward, so let's get it done. Very easy fight. My pet's still inside there. They're just having a time. Just the fight against the experiment alone got us up to 16 hit points. So let's see what the XP drop's going to be for this. We've got the 8 times multiplier, so we're going to get 50,000 hit points XP. That doesn't... 8 times, yeah. Wow. What level is that? 43. Okay. We're now combat level 46. That's quite the jump there. 16 to 43. My goodness. Well, now we are much less squishy with our 4 times more hit points that we started with. My goodness. That is going to absolutely trivialize our next quest. And that is the Waterfall quest. No longer will we have to worry about getting one-shot by everything. We are going to be A-okay. Another very simple quest, assuming that you're prepared. There's a lot of options and opportunities to mess this up, but at this point I've done this quest so many times, that's not going to be a problem. I mean, I've done this quest so many times with 10 hit points, so coming at this with 43, literally trivial. Oh no! Moss Guardians. Oh, you hit a 12? Well, that's pretty good. Good job. Oh. Not impressed. Just running around, eating some cake, Ooh, a 14. Very good. Well, they tried. I would say this is probably a little bit more dangerous than the actual waterfall dungeon. I should probably pick up my runes, that would help. But yeah. Not a problem. Whatsoever. Also, the infinite run. Also making this very quick. Just everything about this. Super convenient. And finally, use the urn with the chalice to get 110,000 attack and 110,000 strength XP. Also, 2 diamonds, 2 gold bars, some mithril seeds. Fantastic. And that gets us attack and strength from level 1 to level 50. Also, gets us the reach combat level 50 task completed. So that's fun. Combat level 51. We just unlocked these skills and are already flying up. And that's why we unlocked them and then did the quest. That was the whole point of this, yes. Next up, working towards some more defense and prayer from some other quests. Before we get to the quest that actually gives us all that experience, we need to do the pre-quest, which is Merlin's Crystal. This quest has a bit of combat, running around, talking to a whole bunch of people. Nothing too complicated though. And we have all the items we need, so we can get this done. Had to eat a few pieces of food for the boss fight. If you can even call it a boss fight. But with 43 hit points, again, pretty easy. We just use Excalibur here to break Merlin out. And there we go. Interestingly, it doesn't require the attack level to swing Excalibur at the crystal. But there is Merlin's Crystal completed for 6 quest points. That's quite a few. And we get to move directly into the next quest. Holy Grail. The big one. Time for the battle with the Black Knight Titan. We only have Excalibur. Excalibur's not great, but we have 50 attack and strength, so it could be worse. You don't actually have to wait for the Black Knight Titan's health bar to go away. Unlike some other fights, it takes them a while to retaliate to you. So you can just kind of walk back and forth, hitting him constantly. Which does speed up this process quite a bit. We're still on defense. Yeah, I'll go with defense. We're going to be getting lots of levels here. So exactly what we train right now is not the most important. But this looks like it'll be an easy enough fight. And that is Holy Grail completed. We are going to go from 22 defense and 29 prayer all the way to 52 defense and 49 prayer. Massive amounts of levels. We are now combat 62. Also, protection prayers. And that is a medium task. Very nice. I'm sure there's plenty of tasks that we can do right now with all these stats. But I'm not done yet. We set our sights on the next quest series. Protection prayers are going to be handy. Next up is a quest we've already started. Tree Gnome Village. We already talked to the king. We got the rundown of what's going on here. So now, we just need to help out, doing what we can. First up, we need to gather 6 logs, of which we're not going to get any woodcutting experience for. Sad times. But overall, another pretty straightforward quest. With a boss fight that we are abundantly prepared for. Time to absolutely cheese this boss fight. Because we have Protect for Melee. Another guy died right where I showed up here. So, he clearly did not have protection prayers. We're just sitting here. Easy mode. Easy mode. Also not even using some of our runes. Oh yeah. We are definitely getting more powerful more quickly. Which is kind of the whole point of leagues. Easy fight. Orbs retrieved. Quest completed. A little bit of a ceremony here. And this will get us a little bit more attack experience. Specifically, 91,000 more attack experience. It's up to 56 attack. So that's nice. We still only have an Excalibur as a melee weapon. But what are you gonna do? I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do another quest. Moving from Tree Gnome Village to Tree Gnome Stronghold. One king to another. Let's do it. And here's the boss fight. This one is in some ways easier than Tree Gnome Village, since the safe spot is more reliable. But again, we have protection prayers, so I'm sure we'll be fine. Yep, that's a black demon right there. My goodness. I don't know if we have enough DPS here to just tank the whole thing without prayer flicking or anything. So if we get low, we can just go safe spot it somewhere. Not a huge deal. But yes, another quest, trivialized by our stats. We ended up using all of our prayer there, but it was easy. And that is quest completed. Again. Doing a lot of that. Doing a lot of that. 147,000 attack XP, a bunch of magic XP, a bunch of agility XP, What levels are we going to get from this? 71 agility. So that's like 1 level. 62 attack. And 57 magic. Alright. Not bad. 66 combat. And we can wield dragon weaponry. Not that we have any of those unlocked yet. So I suppose we might as well do that. Unlocking dragon weaponry. From Monkey Madness. Getting some stuff together to help me with the quest. A bunch of anti-poisons that I purchased in Karamja. It's going to be very useful instead of just tanking all the poison constantly. Gonna get... I'm pretty sure I need a Mytho playbar for the quest or task or something. Black plate bunny? Possibly. Well, let's get one. Since they're here. Studded chaps I wouldn't be able to use since we don't have ranged yet. Just trying to get together a decent setup here. A little more defense going. Got the Gnome Amulet. That's pretty good. I'm gonna go see if I can get some plate legs and helmets. See if anything is stocked right now. Alright, Pexa, what you got? Oh, he's got all the helmets. Addy helmet. Mithril helmet? Maybe. I'll get a Mithril helmet. We've got plenty of money. We can deal with it. There's an adamant helmet. Our first piece of adamant gear. It's all silly because we could technically be wearing rune, but not how things are working out. Let's go back to Alcarid. See if we can get slightly better plate legs. I even sell for a plate skirt at this point. Just need something. Yeah, Mithril and Adamant still out of stock there. And also down here. Alright. I guess this is the outfit we're going to be going with for doing Monkey Madness. Devastating. Devastating. Alright. One thing we can do, though, is use a special attack. Which is a medium task and a defense boost. So I guess that's something. Ape Atoll. Full of incredibly dangerous enemies. And us with only cakes. Not ideal, by any stretch of the imagination. But I think we'll be able to manage. I've managed this previously with no prayer potions. So, that's not the problem. And we also get infinite run, so should be easily doable. Just here in jail. Making my escape. Cakes. Don't fail me now. And now, the dungeon. These regular anti-poisons are pretty bad. They barely stop you from being poisoned. Typically, I would go get the super anti-poison that spawns near Castle Wars. But between everyone being an Iron Man and there only being so many worlds, I don't think that would really be too viable here. So instead, I'm just going to run through here. Flick and protect melee when I need it. Getting hit by the falling rocks. Not a huge deal. But yeah. With infinite run, This is not too bad. Not too bad at all. A little click intensive, but we'll be fine. I don't know if we would have enough prayer to just run all the way through. But I'm not too worried about it. I am going to keep my prayer on during the parts where we're running past the gorillas, though, because there's a lot of them here. So yeah. The Monkey Madness tunnels. Not actually too bad. And there goes the poison. Already wearing off. All the anti-poison already wearing off. Ah well. And now, I'm just a little monkey with this monstrosity following me around. This is fine. Everything's fine here. Pretty concerning. Just talking to a nightmare pet as a monkey. Why not? Why not? Not too often someone would have the nightmare pet doing Monkey Madness 1. But that's just another wacky thing you can do with leagues. And now, we can breeze through the rest of this quest, since nothing attacks us anymore. Standard strategy of letting the gnomes do a bit of damage here. Well, let's see if we can finish off this jungle demon. Our magic stats aren't the best. We have 57 magic, so hopefully that's enough. We are not hitting. Yeah, our equipment is not great. My goodness, please just hit. Oh boy. This is going well. Ugh. That was an ordeal. My goodness. Our magic accuracy is just abysmal. But we did it. I had to lure it away from all the gnomes because they kept on killing it instead of me. But we were finally done with that. Could have went better. Could have went better. And now instead of teleporting out with Zooknock, we're just going to leave. Because if we do that, we will end up back on Apatol, where we don't want to be right now. So let's go finish this quest. Hello, King Narnode. I did it. I did the thing. Monkey Madness. Completed. A couple more quest points, 10,000 coins, some diamonds. But the real reward here, well, one of two real rewards, I suppose, is over here with Diarra. We get some training. Going to focus on attack and defense or strength and stamina. Go with attack and defense. I want more strength, but hit points really doesn't matter as far as training it is concerned. So we're going to go with attack and defense. You still get plenty of experience in the other two anyways, so. And our XP drops after several hours of training. 280,000, 160,000. 59 strength, 57 hit points, 68 attack, 64 defense. And there is also a task for reaching level 75, because we are now level 77. Amazing. These are some decent stats now. And now, we just need a weapon to be able to use them with. And that is exactly why we did this quest. Let's go upgrade our melee weapon from Iron Scimitar or Excalibur to the Dragon Scimitar, which we can buy here, back on Apatol, for 100,000 coins. Luckily, we got all that agility money, so we can actually manage that. So that's good. And there is another task. Well, two more tasks. Equip a Dragon Scimitar and equip a Dragon Weapon. That's 75 points right there. Not too shabby. Next quest on my list is Dragon Slayer. But unfortunately, we are short by 1 quest point. And I also still don't want to do quests that reward experience and skills I don't have unlocked, because I'm being stubborn like that. So instead, I'm going to go do a quest that doesn't give any experience rewards, and also has a decent high amount of quest points. Because more quest points is always going to be useful. Various other quests, Slayer block slots, Tears of Guthix maybe. Not going to have much time to make use of Tears of Guthix with the whole temporary game mode kind of thing. But I'm going to go do Ernest the Chicken, because it should be very easy. Easy as that. There is all the pieces that he needs to fix his machine. And return Ernest from being a chicken. We were rewarded with a whopping 300 coins and 4 quest points. A lot of the time, the amount of quest points that are rewarded don't make much sense. But it's just how it is. There's a lot in this game that just kind of does. And that's okay. Now, we have enough quest points to get into the Champions Guild. Quickly pick up a Dragon Slayer here. Not going to be a big deal with our stats. Level 77, doing Dragon Slayer. I think we'll be able to manage. Also, let's see if we can get anything from these stores. Reedy Hide exists, Coif. I think we're going to be able to easily come into possession of better dragon hide, but I'm thinking maybe the plate legs we might have the best bet. Our current plate legs are black plate legs, so that's not ideal. So I think rune plate legs could be a good shout. What do you got over here? No Addy plate bodies. We do need this black full home though, so I'm going to take that. And I will take the rune plate legs. There is also a task for equipping a rune weapon, but I can just get a rune weapon at some point later. Not too worried about it. Instead, we've got rune plate legs, which is not enough to complete a task. Probably need like a full set of rune, which is going to be difficult to come by for the time being. We have what do we have? An Addy full helm, Mithril plate body, rune plate legs. It's brutal out here. It really is. See, I think by the looks of it, this is one of the shops that instantly restocks. Unlike this shop or the plate leg shops. Yeah. It does make things pretty awkward, but I guess it's equally awkward for everyone, so it's not like it's an unfair advantage or something. But anyways, yeah, rune plate legs. That's gonna help a little bit for Dragon Slayer. So let's just go do that. Slight roadblock with Dragon Slayer. We need an unfired bowl. And the only way to get that is to make it ourselves with 8 crafting. We cannot do that at all. So I'm going to make another bold strategy choice here and unlock the crafting skill. Not just for Dragon Slayer, but it's got very many uses. Other quests we complete. Useful things we can make with it. And we've got a decent chunk of renown that we're working with, so I'm good with that. Unlock the crafting skill. New skill. Unlocked. And we're going right at it by making some balls of wool. Even with 8 times XP, this is still not very much experience for this. But honestly, I'll take 20 crafting experience over what it typically is any day. We are making these balls of wool to go complete a quest that gives crafting experience. Hey, there's another task completed. Reach 500 total. Only an easy task, but that's okay. Just making the balls of wool get us to level 5 crafting. So we just need a little bit more experience. And then we can go make that bowl and be on our way. Assuming we can get clay. Okay. Clay. Well, got the wiki open, might as well. I need some clay. I need soft clay, which we can get from some places. Nothing particularly quick, though. I mean, yeah, clay's level 1 mining, so that's actually not a problem. We just won't get any experience for it, so I guess that's fine. We can get a single piece of clay. Not too worried about it. But here is a sheep shearer. We sheared the sheep. Ta-da! And also, that's a task. And we got some crafting experience, getting us to level 12. Which is more than enough to go make this bowl and get on with it. Just get it on with Dragon Slayer. Unsurprisingly, Melzar's Maze was not much of an issue for level 77 with a Dragon Scimitar. Pretty much just breezing through it. And we get some free ashes for 200 prayer XP. Fantastic. This person has full mystics and Ivan staff, so that's pretty solid. Well, that is the second piece of the map. Having an easy time of this, now that we actually can get all the things we required. Yep. Dragon Slayer. Elvard fight. Pros: high combat stats. Cons: cake for food. Well, there is Elvarg's head. Easy enough. And now we can just go turn in the quest. Right after, I go and open up this shortcut door. I think this unlocks after Dragon Slayer or whatever, but however it is, I want it to be open. And now it is for sure. So that's good. Oh, hello there, Oziach. I did slay the dragon for 150,000 strength and defense XP, and the ability to equip rune and dragon plate bodies. Not that we can afford those or anything at this point, but still. 64 strength, 67 defense. Melee stats are a little bit more evened out now. And 79 combat. Fantastic. Since I unlocked crafting, I feel like it would be a reasonable idea to work towards something that was locked behind crafting. So I'm going to head to Lumbridge and start the Restless Ghost. Made pretty good use of our portable waystone, getting back to Lumbridge for this quest. Technically, we could just transition over to actually using runes to teleport around. We don't really have a huge amount of money right now, so still kind of holding off on that. Well, there is 9,000 prayer XP for completing the Restless Ghost. That gets us to 50 prayer. And the Ghost Speak Amulet is incredibly important for all sorts of quests. We're going to be using it in the next quest we're going to do. But, much like with Dragon Slayer, we do not yet have the required crafting level. So I'm going to go and get some crafting experience. We don't need a huge amount, and the whole 8 times XP rates thing we got going on. So I think we'll be able to manage well enough. Just heading over to Catherby and spinning some flax into bowstrings. The one thing that could have thrown this plan out the window was silver. We can just grab a silver bar here from the silver merchant. Conveniently, a stall that isn't worth stealing from in this particular instance. We don't have mining or smithing yet, so we wouldn't have been able to get this bar otherwise. And we need this to make a silver sickle, because we are doing Nature Spirit. And nice teleport over to Canifest. Very cool. Also, when I picked up the silk sickle mold, I also picked up all the other crafting supplies, so that's all getting chucked in the bank. I'm trying to do a little bit of organizing here, but it's not a huge issue. Nature Spirit. Ho. Well, that's interesting. During the quest, you complete a task to defeat a ghast. Ultimately, that could probably have just been a complete the quest kind of task. But this is fine too. Completed another random task. Always fun when that happens. But we still need to kill 2 more ghasts here. But we are very close to the end here for Nature Spirit quest. And there it is. Bunch of crafting, hit points, and defense XP. Most exciting there is the crafting experience. That should get us quite a few levels. 37 crafting. Also 58 hit points. Not bad. And there's an easy achievement diary task for praying at the altar. Nice. Next up, we've got another task. Well, actually a quest. My task that I've set myself is to do a quest. Anyways. We need to unlock another skill. We still have plenty of renown for this, and there's plenty of tasks in each skill that we can work with. Plus, this is a very cheap one. We are unlocking the woodcutting skill. Super simple. Just chop some wood. Easy as. But of course, we start with a level 1. So we're going to have to get that up a little bit. We also can't really do much with the logs right now. So I'm going to just end up banking them all, which is slightly inconvenient. We can manage. Also going to see if I can go snag myself a steel axe. It's not going to be the best, but we're only trying to get a little bit of XP here. And we have 8 times XP rates, so I think we'll be able to manage. So let's head over to Bob. See if he's got an axe in stock. Steel axes. There we go. Fantastic. So now, it's time to get chopping. Well, that was a good investment, getting the steel axe. Because there is a task to chop some logs with a steel axe. Ta-da! Alright. Not many other lower level woodcutting tasks. Like, no tasks for chopping oak or chopping a willow. But those are obviously going to be useful for just leveling up all the skills related to that. So we're just going to chop a couple regular logs here, and then we can move on to the oaks. 8 times XP rates. It really works. Woodcutting, but getting 1/8 of the logs, really produces very few logs. That's all we got. But we also got a new fragment. It's miscellaneous. Whatever that means. So what do we get? Clued in. Okay. Let's see what that is. We can filter by unlocked. That would help at least a little bit. Okay. Filter by unlocked. There we go. Now we can just see everything we got. Clued in. Enemies drop clues consistently. Enemies drop clues, drop them at a rate of 1 in 30, and then 25, and then 15. This is part of Last Recall and Draken's Touch. Any successful attack has a 50% chance of restoring your hit points based on how much damage is dealt. Ooh. Fancy. Very fancy. Okay. So we got to 36 woodcutting for Lost City. And to do Lost City, we need to not have any equipment since we're going to Entrana. All we need is a knife and some runes. And I don't have any fire runes, so I guess we're doing Earth Strike. I mean, we totally could go to Varrock and get some runes, but Not important. We'll be fine. Lost City. There's another task that you just complete during a quest. Lost City completed. And that rewards us with 2 tasks. To use a fairy ring. I mean, technically. And to enter Xanaris. There is 30 more points. Pretty swell. I've grabbed a whole bunch of extra Dramen branches, because those will be useful later. And now that we have access to here, we obviously want to actually be able to use fairy rings. So we're going to go and start Fairy Tale Part 1. But this, of course, has some potential problems. I'm going to wait on unlocking farming, which I definitely want to do for the reward from this quest, until we see what our 3 random items are going to be. Because that could very much change things. But we just have to get to that point of the quest first. And that's not too bad. Okay. Here it is. The moment of truth. We've got the skull. And now we get the knowledge. Enchanted Secateurs. You'll need a nature talisman, an Avanto, and an Irit. That is not what I wanted to see. Not what I wanted to see at all. Okay. A nature talisman. Oof. Not ideal. Not ideal. The Avanto and the Irit are doable. They have to be clean, but we can clean them in Narda. So that's not a huge problem. The Nature Talisman, though, that is pretty much the one that you don't want to have. There's an easy enough way to get a Nature Talisman, but that would require Enter the Abyss. My choices here are forego some rune crafting experience or switch up my plans entirely. I need to unlock farming for this quest. But if I unlock rune crafting, oh, actually, we might be okay here still. Those extra renown that we got for going into Xanaris actually has done it for us. We've actually got this. Okay. So, a pit stop in Fairy Tale Part 1. We're going to the Abyss. And of course, we want to get the experience, so we're unlocking rune crafting. 10 renown? Yes, please. We are going to have so many tasks that we can complete with all these skills we're unlocking. My goodness. This is just completely out of control. We can go and complete this easily enough. All we have to do is talk to a guy a few times and teleport around. Easily accomplishable. And a free runecrafting XP. So here we go. There we go. Small pouch, abyssal book, and 8,000 runecrafting experience. Gets us to level 25 right off the bat. Really, I think it was the right choice to unlock the skill here. Just so I can skip all those low levels. Seems like a good plan. And now, we get to go to the Abyss. And fight the Abyssal monsters. To try to get a nature talisman. So that's fun. Stats are decent, so we should be okay. But this is still a 1 in 128 drop, so hopefully we can also get a whole bunch of other talismans and pouches and such. That would be very convenient for us. Here we go. To try to get a nature talisman. Ugh. Well, we haven't gotten the nature talisman yet. But boy did we get some other things. We've got the medium and the large pouch. 2 medium clue scrolls for later. We've got air, water, earth, fire, body, and chaos talismans. A bit of pure essence, some binding necklaces, and 3 unidentified combat fragments, which is amazing. Here's hoping these are 3 different things. What can we get? Unholy Warrior. Okay. Unholy Warrior, similar to the Unholy Wizard, gives you additional melee accuracy when you have 0 prayer points. And it's part of the Knife's Edge and Trailblazer. Okay. Well, I'm doing melee right now, so I might as well have this one. So Unholy Warrior, you can replace one of these, I guess. This one's Trailblazer, this one's Trailblazer. Yeah. I will replace the Smooth Criminal. You need to be at a bank. Okay, yeah. This is one of those banks that don't count as a bank for reasons. Well, that's okay. We will head over to a bank that counts as a bank and get our Unholy Warrior fragment up. Technically, we don't actually really need more accuracy here, but hey, might as well. Fragments. Unholy Warrior. Instead of pickpocketing. And that means we still have the Trailblazer effect. This one also has Knife's Edge. For every hit point missing, you deal additional damage. So we don't have another, I don't think, that combos with that. And I still really do need the Portable Waystone Teleport, because that's just convenient. Let's open up another fragment. Bottomless Quiver. Okay. This is, I believe this is the range starting one, essentially. Saves range ammunition. It's also a combo for Knife's Edge. So we could combo that with the melee one, we get that going. That's also Trailblazer. We don't have ranged even unlocked yet, so not going to use that one for right now. And the last one is Unholy Ranger. Okay, that might actually be the starter one. One of those. Fragments. We got Unholy Ranger. So that is ranged accuracy. So we got ranged accuracy, melee accuracy, magic accuracy. We got all the unholy guys, which, situational, I'd say. Because you can't have prayer for any of those boosts. But for now, that'll work. I'm going to need to go get more cake, though. These guys hit pretty high. What if we can just keep on stacking up some more combat fragments? You're not going to hear me complaining. Went just about 3 times drop rate on the Nature Talisman. But we got it. And now, all we need is the herbs. An Irrit and an Avanto. So we're going to go to Chaos Druids. It was significantly quicker to get these drops instead of this one. But now, we can clean for 200 coins each. And that is the 3 items. And now, there's nothing stopping us from completing the quest. There is a random hard task there for taking the high-level shortcut to the Cosmic Altar here. So that is 50 more League points and 3 more Renown. That's pretty solid. Getting lots of value out of the agility skill. And now we're going to be taking on the boss of this quest, the Tanglefoot. Of course, we have Protect from Melee, so not much of a fight. The Tanglefoot boss dropped an unidentified combat fragment along with the Queen's Secateurs. So this is Slay and Pay. And what does this do? Filters unlocked. Slay and Pay. More Slayer points. 20% more Slayer points. 10%. 50%. It's coming with Twin Strikes and Last Recall. After a successful melee attack, you have a chance to do another melee attack. Sounds fun. But before we turn this quest in, we definitely need to get farming. It'd be a shame to waste this farming XP. So, farming. Unlocked. We are unlocking lots of skills. And that's just great. But we did it. Quest complete. Highlight is the 28,000 farming XP. And the magic secateurs are also pretty great. That is a 37 farming right off the bat. And that's pretty nice. I can work with that. And now, the reason we've done all the things we're doing here. Fairy Tale, Part 2. To unlock fairy rings. The best part of Fairy Tale Part 2 is that you get the best reward right at the beginning. You don't need to worry about the quest requirements. You don't need to worry about the quest rewards. You just get the ability to use fairy rings as pretty much a reward from Fairy Tale Part 1. Just need to pick up a certificate, talk to some people, look at a sign, and you are good to go. Fairy rings. Unlocked. Now, exactly how we get to the fairy rings in the first place, that's still a work in progress. That's something we can work on later. But for now, I am all quested out for the time being. And I've got all these new stats unlocked, so I can find a whole bunch of tasks to do, as we are incredibly close to tier 4. So there is lots to do. And see how our choices we've made here will affect everything. But we will get to that next time. Goodbye.